From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, April the 9th, 2018. 3 Palestinians broke through the Gaza security fence yesterday, planted 2 explosive devices, and then returned to Gazan territory. The IDF spotted the 3 Sunday night and fired towards them. No injuries were reported. In response to the infiltration and planting of IEDs, Israel's Air Force targeted a Hamas terror base early this morning. The IDF spokesperson said the Israel Defense Forces sees with severity any attempt to harm or destroy the security and defense infrastructure and will not allow the border area to become a combat zone. The infiltrations from Gaza follow escalating tensions and mass violent demonstrations along the security fence, which began a week ago Friday, and are expected to continue until Israel's Independence Day next week. The IDF is also looking into the death of a Palestinian journalist at the border fence this weekend. The IDF said of the incident that it uses means such as warnings, riot dispersal means, and as a last resort, firing live rounds in a precise, measured way, and that the IDF does not intentionally target journalists, adding that the circumstances in which journalists were allegedly hit by IDF fire are not familiar to the IDF and are being looked into. And in the West Bank yesterday, a Palestinian man is said to have attacked an Israeli at a gas station. According to police, the suspect ran after the Israeli man wielding a screwdriver in the West Bank's Mishor Adumim and was shot, reportedly in the head, by an Israeli civilian who was passing by in his vehicle and witnessed the incident. The 31-year-old would-be terrorist was taken by Magen David Adom paramedics to Hadassah Hospital in serious condition for treatment. Syria has accused Israel of carrying out an airstrike overnight on an airbase in central Syria that killed 14 people. And in a letter sent to the United Nations today, Syria claims that Israel is, quote, practicing state terrorism and threatens security and peace in the region and world. Israel has neither confirmed nor denied any responsibility in the attack. The airstrike follows a chemical attack by the Syrian regime in the rebel-held Syrian town of Douma, which left some 40 people dead. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met today with the families of 2 IDF soldiers who were slain in 2014 during Operation Protective Edge and whose remains are being held by terror group Hamas in Gaza. Netanyahu, together with the coordinator of POWs and MIAs, Yaron Blum, met with the parents of Hadar Golden and Oron Shaul to update them on the efforts being made by the Israeli government to bring the boys home for burial in Israel. The Prime Minister said the Israeli government is working through known and confidential channels to retrieve the remains, saying there are, quote, unceasing efforts to return the bodies, including both open and covert ways. Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez will not attend Israel's official Independence Day ceremony next week. We had reported to you that the president would have been the first foreign leader to take part in the torch-lighting ceremony on Jerusalem's Mount Herzl, but following criticism from some in the Knesset over Honduras's human rights record, the change in plan was announced. Israel's foreign ministry said today that Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez will not attend Israel's 70th anniversary festivities as originally planned, adding that the foreign ministry regrets his not coming and welcomes the friendship between the 2 countries. If you recall, Honduras was one of just 8 countries who showed support for Israel at a recent UN Security Council vote condemning the U.S. recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. The invite for Hernandez to attend the Yom HaAtzmaut ceremony was a gesture of appreciation. Well, the first ever Israel summit at Harvard was held yesterday. The conference was organized by the university and students from several academic departments and was aimed at helping students gain a broader understanding of Israel and combating what the summit's director, sophomore Max August, called the endless cycles of negativity surrounding Israel on campus. Among the speakers at the gathering yesterday, New York Senator Chuck Schumer and retired NBA All-Star Amari Stoudemire, who considers Israel an adopted homeland, last year helping Israeli team Hapoel Jerusalem win the Israeli League Championship. The Forward reports that a classroom at the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington will be dedicated this week in honor of Jewish author Amy Krauss Rosenthal, who died last year after a battle with ovarian cancer. Rosenthal's parents, who are longtime benefactors of the museum, donated $1 million for the classroom in memory of their daughter. And just a programming note for you, on Wednesday and Thursday this week, most of JBS programming will be devoted to Yom HaShoah, which honors the memory of the 6 million Jews murdered by the Nazis during the Holocaust, including this year, JBS televising a live Yom HaShoah commemoration from Central Synagogue in New York. That's Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. Looking now at our regular programming for tonight on JBS from Monday, April the 9th. At 7 o'clock, it's The Wisdom of Dr. Ruth Westheimer. At 7:30, author Daniel Jonah Goldhagen talks about his book, Hitler's Willing Executioners, Ordinary Germans and the Holocaust. At 8, Israeli President Reuven Rivlin talks about key issues in the Israel-diaspora relationship, followed by a panel discussion on the major challenges of that relationship, all from the 2017 Jewish Federation of North America's General Assembly. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Eugene Aryeh Leibovitz, commander of troops in Haifa during the 1947 War of Independence. That's on L'chaim. At 10, Rabbi Meir Lau speaks at the 92nd Street Y. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's the Debka File. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, April the 9th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.